somebody's believing something about themselves that's not in line with what God would say. So I just kept asking questions, just kept digging deeper, and then I led her to come up with her own action plan. Although I do have in mind, as a leader, like I know what it's going to take for her to be successful and what actions are going to take. I keep asking questions to kind of lead her to her own conclusions. And I didn't pressure her. Like I didn't say, okay, you're going to go reach out to this many people this week, right? Like I'm going to challenge her to do something that makes her get out of her comfort zone, which for her is just simply doing IPA. I think if she were to do just 2 a day, honestly, I really think if she were to just talk to 2 people every day, she's good at connecting, then she would be effective at that. If she would just do 2 every day, but the fact is she's not even doing any. So 2 is progress. And if she were to I'm telling you right now, I went Emerald with 2 new contacts a day. Consistently doing 2 new contacts a day, I went Emerald that way. So that would likely be you.
And I'll talk myself.
Sometimes I talk myself into, well, I did 10 that day, so I don't have to do for 3 more days or whatever. You know what I mean? So I'll rationalize that in my mind as well. Full disclosure.
So the key is going to be consistency. And I think you could do, let's just say your goal is 10 new contacts a week. I mean, there's nothing to say you can't do them all on Monday, but your issue is consistency. And so you have to develop the daily habit. Like you're not going to stick to doing 10 every Monday.
No.
You got to do 2 every day. So anyway, all right, so thank you for being vulnerable though, Candace, and sharing. I think that was very helpful. Questions about coaching? Based on what I said earlier, based on what you saw today, did anybody get good questions that they wrote down to ask their own people? Yes, Chris?
What are some books that you recommend to help you become a better coach?
Okay, so honestly, I think to be a good coach, it just requires listening skills and question asking. And then knowing what questions to ask comes from knowing how the business works and what it's going to take for somebody to be successful. So I think the reason why I got good at this is because I naturally take time to think and analyze things. And I analyze different people's businesses, and I try to figure out what made that person successful. Or why is this person being successful but this person is not? Why does this person have influence and this person who's over here working so hard, they don't have any, like people aren't coming to them, or they're not recruiting, or they're not duplicating. Like I do take time to analyze. And when you take time to analyze and reflect and then apply, that's how you develop wisdom. So I don't have a book title I can recommend to help you become a better coach, because I've not read a book about this other than books about leadership and parenting and marriage and network marketing. I would say it's like all of these things combined. So I don't have like any one resource to point you toward, other than probably the one I just made, which was a few hours ago. So I think just become a student of people and become a student of the profession. That's the best advice I can give you on that. But that's a great question. Maybe we need to make some resources.
You need to
Write the book. Okay, I don't know how to do that.
Wonderful.
All right, thank you, Candace. Any other questions on coaching? Anybody? Okay. Is the diamond panel next? We might have extra time for the diamond panel, which is good because we got a lot of questions. Who's got a schedule? Huh?
It says breakout session next.
Oh, breakout session? Who's in charge here? Sally? Okay. What do we do?